Hey Frag fam, today we're going to be looking at Aramis Gentleman. Let's talk about it. All right guys, John here from Proverbs 27:9 Fragrances. And as was said, today we're going to be looking at a fragrance from a classic house, the House of Aramis. It's Gentleman. If you would, go ahead and make sure you're subscribed to the channel, that you got the notifications turned on. That way you're notified every time we upload this sweet smelling fragrance related content. All right, so Aramis, back when I was decanting fragrances, Aramis was my #1 decanted fragrance. And to be honest with you, it's one that I just could not stand at the time. It has this little bit of an animalic funk to it that comes across like urine to me. I think it's a similar vibe to what some folks get from Kuros, although there's no civet in the original Aramis. There's no animalic notes really other than leather. I think what it is, it's a very, I think it's the floral components. And so instead of it smelling like the beautiful petals of a flower, it smells like the pollen part of the flower. Anyways, that's my best guess. It could be the leather, the citrus, and it being a little sour in some regards. But anyways, I hated it. It's growing on me now. But this fragrance has very little to do with this fragrance. This is, again, a 2012 release from the House of Aramis. It's called Gentleman.
So. All a man is, Aramis, the fragrance for men.
You can tell by looking at the bottles, and I'll put them up on the screen for you side by side. It's the same classic Aramis bottle. This is an eau de toilette concentration as well. Instead of having the gold, this comes in the silver. But that's about as far as the similarities between these two fragrances goes. Where the original Aramis is a citrus, floral, leather fragrance, this is a ginger, pepper, acai super, cedar, just really a very woody fragrance with a tinge of citrus zing and a little bit of musk and amber. It can come across two different ways. It can kind of come across warm and spicy, but at the same time, fresh and green and woody. So although it's not a super complex fragrance, in fact, on Fragrantica and base notes, it only lists 2 notes, pepper and ginger. But they were being a little deceiving in releasing it that way, because this is a wood bomb. Okay, it's very acai super heavy. It smells very similar to Molecule 01 with some added dimensions. Again, you've got pepper, you've got ginger. It makes this kind of sparkly zing. There is some citrus in there. It's not listed anywhere. Parfumo had the most notes listed. They listed things like grape leaf alongside the pepper and the ginger in the top. They listed like Haitian vetiver, Atlas cedar, myrrh, a few other things like that, because there is some resinous qualities to it. It can, like I said, it's going to be my scent of the day. This is a very easy to wear fragrance. I'll tell you what it smells the most like to me. It smells like, again, Molecule 01, which is basically just Isoi Super. It's that wood, it's that cedar type wood that has the pencil shaving kind of quality in some fragrances. I don't get heavy pencil shavings here. It's very similar to Dior Homme 2020. It's very similar to Guerlain Homme or Guerlain Homme La Boissée. Like, for instance, in the La Boissée version, you know, it has a lot of, you know, some like alcohol, you know, like a gin or a rum note in there. You don't really get that, but it does have that green, grassy, woody aspect. This would make a great office scent. It would make a great spring, summer. This is probably one of those that you could wear as a year-round fragrance, even a signature scent. Really, it's very easy. Again, easy to wear, not anything like this one. This one you've got to have either old school taste or some real confidence to pull this off in 2024. Now, back in the 80s and 90s, I mean, you could wear this because everybody was smelling a lot like that. This, much more modern, much more office friendly. You could wear this as a gym scent if you wanted to. You could wear this in blue jeans. This isn't necessarily a suit and tie scent, but it could be a good office scent as far as, you know, business casual, things of that nature. Yeah, so again, if you like Dior Homme 2020, I think you'd like this. If you like Guerlain Homme, I think you'd like this. If you like Molecule 01, I think this would be much more interesting to you. I think it would work in all those same scenarios. It has good projection. Once you spray it on, folks will smell it. It has a good sillage. I have, you know, worn this for about 2 days now, and I've been told I had a good scent trail. I got yesterday, someone asked me what I was wearing. They liked it, and this was about, I don't know, let me think, probably 6-8 hours after I'd sprayed it on. I wasn't really smelling it anymore, but you know, walking by someone, they could still smell it. So I think it performs better than what folks on Fragrantica say. You know, there's some of those guys on there, they're just like 15 minutes and it's gone. There's no way, unless you just got, you know, a fake or something. It's not that performing. If you go nose blind to fragrances, that's not the fragrance's fault, okay? So I think the performance and all that is probably average to above average. It's not a beast mode or anything like that, but it's not made to be. Gentleman, I think, you know, as far as the branding and all, I think it's a little misleading. That's probably why it didn't, it wasn't as big of a success as it could have been, because it is a very nice, fresh, slightly green, woody fragrance with a little sparkle, a little zing on the top. Maybe some folks think of Gentleman and they either compared it to Givenchy Gentleman, which it smells absolutely nothing like, and maybe they were wanting that, or the word gentleman may have made them think of an old man, and it really doesn't smell like that. I think a better branding for it may have been like Aramis Sport or Aramis Fresh or Aramis Woods or something like that. But I can recommend this fragrance as a very easy to wear, mass, you know, appealing. You're not going to offend anybody with it. It's not groundbreaking, revolutionary. It's not going to change and you know, develop, you know, into something else. You know, it's not that. But what it is just a good, clean smelling, fresh, woody, spicy fragrance with some warm nuances. It smells very similar to the other fragrances that I mentioned a while ago. So I don't know how easy it is to get. I bought my bottle, I think, off of eBay. I'll try to update that. Yeah, I bought it off of eBay, and it was somewhere around $30. I don't know how hard it is to find. If you can find it, get it. A lot of people wanted it because they thought it reminded them of another one that was really hard to get and very expensive. I don't have any. I can't say anything about that. All I can say is that Aramis Gentleman is a good, clean, fresh, woody fragrance, and I like it, and I'm going to keep it and wear it. All right, those are my thoughts. Let me know down below what you think of this fragrance. If you've got any experience at all with it, or what you think of this house, what you think of the other fragrances I compared it to, and as always, make sure you got you subscribe to the channel and everything. And until we see you down the road, I say God bless. Frag on, frag.